Before we start, a quick disclaimer. Uh, there are crows here. Forgive them, be kind. It's early in the morning. I don't think they have anything to do. These sounds bugging me too, but there's nothing we can do about that. Let's get into the video. So, how many times do you think this has happened before? You sat down there to study or to work, and you're very motivated. You're like, I'm gonna ace this session. So, you started studying. A few minutes go by. Your mind starts drifting away. You're fiddling with your fingers, you're getting restless, you look for your phone because somebody must have messaged me, they might have missed me in these last 8 minutes. So you look for your phone, you check your phone, you reply to your messages or whatever. Then you go on to the Reels tab. You find something that gives you some sort of dopamine, it made you laugh or something. So you swipe, then you swipe and you swipe and you swipe again and again, and eventually your study session's over with like 10 minutes of studying and 50 minutes of just scrolling. Even in the best case scenario that you realize, okay, I have to get back to studying, and you put your phone down, your focus or the flow state that you were in has already drifted away, and it takes a few minutes just to get back in. So today I have for you 7 bad habits that are suffocating your productivity and focus without you even knowing it. And I guarantee that you're doing at least 3 of them. I am Muzammil from Him Protocol, and if you fuck with content like this, subscribe to the channel. Oh, and by the way, you don't want to miss the last one, the last bad habit, which if you rectify, can change the course of your entire fucking life. So, let's get to it. Okay, so it turns out the crows are unforgivable. So let's move to a different location. And on the way, I'll tell you about the first bad habit that's ruining your productivity. Habit number 1 is taking breaks without timing them. We as humans have the tendency to stay as comfortable for as long as possible. Logically, it makes sense, yeah? I mean, why would you actively want to get into an uncomfortable position in the first place? Why would you want to lift that dumbbell, to sweat like crazy? Why would you want to, stare at a bunch of notes? Why would you want to attend a meeting for long hours? So, on a random day when you do get a few hours of just nothingness to yourself, chances are you're going to doom scroll. You're going to take a nap for an excessive amount of time, which is bad, by the way, even though we do preach, getting enough rest for your body in the form of sleep. The problem is when you do sleep for longer than your body actually needs, it just causes excessive laziness. In time, what's going to happen is the hours that you get as break is going to exceed the hours that you actually use for tasks. And eventually, when you look back, you're going to realize that you're back to your old self. So the next time you take a break, set a timer, schedule accordingly, and follow it even if you have to get back up from a long nap. Get up and get to work. Habit number 2 is trying to multitask your way throughout the day. This happens to the best of us. I mean, on a random day, you're crazy motivated, you have a lot of things to do, and you're like, let me just do all of them at once. The problem is, you're just going to be doing them half-assed. Either it's going to be incomplete, or they're all going to be very inefficient, and the end result won't be the one that you had hoped for. And what's worse, you're going to think that you can't do any of this right, and you quit. Let me tell you one very basic but controversial statement. Our minds were not made to multitask. Sure, you can train it like that kid on TV who solves a Rubik's Cube with one hand and a double integration with the other. But imagine how much more efficient would you be if you are just focused on just one thing. No missed opportunities, no overlooked problems, no undiscovered solutions, all because you decided to focus on one thing and one thing only. What's more, you as a person would do all the things that you set out to do much better and much more efficiently than the guy who decided to multitask his way throughout his day, because he will eventually give up. Habit number 2 is fixating on motivation and discipline rather than systems and schedules. Motivation is good, discipline is better, but systems are the meta. Now, what do I mean by this? The chances of you achieving your goals, of overcoming your struggles and achieving mental peace, the chances of getting them all are so much more higher when you pre-plan the tasks necessary to achieve them. Picture 2 aspiring athletes that are competing against each other, and who's going to achieve the sub 10 second 100-meter dash first. Athlete number 1 relies on motivation and a bit of discipline to get what he wants. He does explosive training with the heaviest of weights, doing weighted runs, doing dashes every day, day and night, and persisting for as long as he thinks he can. But athlete number 2 relies on systems. He set up a training regimen that progressively overloads his weighted trainings, weighted runs, and he does dashes every week to track his progress while also prioritizing rest and recovery. Who do you think is going to achieve that sub 10 100-meter dash first? My best guess, athlete number 2. Don't get me wrong, both are very aspiring, both are very respectable, and both have equal amounts of discipline. But the fact is, knowing what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how exactly it's going to help you, that is the wild card. That is what's going to help you achieve all of your goals. Don't rely on the sudden emotional outburst of energy that tells you that you can conquer the world. Rely on the systems that act as stepping stones to the summit of your dreams. So, I don't think the crows can get me in here. Yeah, we should be good. Let's find a place to sit. Habit number 4 is not analyzing and updating your schedule every week. Statistically, around 85 to 90% of New Year resolutions get thrown out of the window mid-February. Why do you think that happens? The goals were too unrealistic? The routine was just too exhausting? Or, the reward wasn't worth it anymore? It's because people fail to understand one simple fact. Your lifestyle does not revolve around goals. It revolves around systems. Let's say you have a goal that you want to achieve by the end of 2026. You've set up a routine that you expect yourself to follow every week without having a day or a week that just went horrible, without having to tweak it every now and then. And you think you're going to follow this because right now you feel motivated. Listen to yourself, yeah? Do you see how retarded that sounds? The world does not revolve around you. You're going to have a bad day. You're going to get too exhausted to go to the gym on a random day. You're going to fall into your addictions one day. And some days are going to be like you just can't get anything right. And that's okay. That is normal. Just follow through with your routine for a week as much as you can. Analyze the week. What went wrong? What went right? What can you do to get more things to go right rather than wrong? Tweak it. Tweak your schedule. Then follow through this upgraded schedule for another week. Analyze it then. Do this over and over and over again until you get something worth following. Don't create routines solely based on your goals. Upgrade them using your life experiences. Habit number 5 is not prioritizing rest. It's a pretty well-known fact that your mind and your body need rest after an intensive work before it can get back into the game. But it tends to be overlooked in certain aspects of life, like personal development. Sometimes people tend to overburden themselves with the work that helps them achieve their goal. That's good. It means you're disciplined. It means you have the insanity to surpass 99% of the people that you're competing with. But it also means you need more than enough rest than the layman. Now, rest here does not mean doom scrolling through your phone, it does not mean hitting up your boys late at night for a video game, it doesn't mean watching a show on Netflix. Now, I'm not against all of them, but there are some that you should look out for. Rest, by definition, refers to a state of inactivity characterized by minimal functional and metabolic activities. So, take a nap, stare at a wall, idly sit and get bored. They all do the trick. Habit number 6 is working with your phone placed right next to you. Put the fucking phone away, man. At least when you're doing something meaningful. Your phone is not and should not be the driving factor of your life. Yet most of us tend to act that way. If you've set out to do a work for an entire hour, do that work and nothing but the work. In that time, you're not going to get an important message. Nobody's going to propose to you, nobody's going to confess, nobody's going to miss you. So just put it away. Even if you do have an important message, they're bound to convey it to your colleagues. So the message will reach you either way. Just opening up your phone's lock screen to look at the notification has adverse effects on your focus, even if it's not visible. It takes a few minutes to get back into the state of focus that you were previously in. So the next time you get to work, put the phone away. Trust me, you're going to get so much further ahead than the version of you that works with their phone placed right next to them. Habit number 7, the final but most important habit, which, if you rectify, can change your entire fucking life, is not incorporating meditation into your routine. You're probably wondering, well, the video is titled, habits that are ruining my productivity right now. So, how does not meditating, affect me right now? Let me ask you something instead. How long do you think you can focus in a class or in a meeting that lasts about an hour? How long do you think you can focus with your full attention to that particular task only? Chances are, in the current generation where our attention spans are fucked, we can barely sit still for like 10 minutes. And that's a pretty fucking scary situation to be in. Imagine your entire career depends on a meeting that you're in with a few employees, and you just can't get focused. Your mind's literally drifting away. You can't bring it back. And what's sad is you probably don't even realize that your mind's drifting away. The solution to this and countless other problems is meditation. Meditation is the act of realizing that your focus has drifted away and bringing it back to one singular point again and again and again. This is the one habit that you cannot ignore. The one habit that brings you the mental peace and quiet that helps you to be content with what you have and what you're going to achieve in the future. Meditation helps you to enter a flow state. It helps you to achieve focus much easier. It helps you to stay in that said flow state for an excessive amount of time. And most importantly, meditation helps you to trust yourself by allowing you to ignore all the unnecessary fear that is emerging from within you. Countless benefits. Meditation has countless benefits, and yet it is one of the most overlooked habits. And in some parts of the world, it is even mocked, which honestly makes things easier for you. Meditate. Make it a habit. 5 minutes to 10 to 20 every single day. Work hard and eventually enjoy the fruits of your labor. So if you liked this video and you found it useful, I believe you'll think the same about my previous video in which I had told you exactly how you can create a self-improvement routine that you're pretty much guaranteed to follow. Subscribe to Him Protocol, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.